Once upon a time, I wasn't all that nice. I know. And I've talked about this only once before because, to be honest with you, it is not something I'm proud of. I was not mean intentionally, or I don't know how to explain it, but it was the way that I behaved towards my friends, my very, very close friends. It was more of a sarcastic, witty, joking type of thing that I would do, but at the end of the day, 20 years later, 25 years later, I have to admit to myself, it was nothing short of bullying. Ooh, but I'll tell you, you know what? I am funny, or I was funny, but it wasn't funny. Even though the rest of the room would be laughing, if you made eye contact with me, gloves off. I mean, I held back, of course, on touchy subjects, but I took it to the class clown level with bullying sprinkled in. My friend Jeffrey, he's like my brother. He would always tell people, don't make eye contact with her. She's on a roll. And we would just be laughing and laughing. But at the end of the day, it wasn't nice. I am not an intentionally hurtful person. And so I am so grateful that I outgrew that. We were silly. We were stupid. And I wasn't the only one. I was just the best one at it. That's not something I should be proud of, though. But this is my question, because I couldn't say a mean thing to a person now. So if you're younger and you have this behavior, please know that it won't be something anyone will ever think was cool about you at any given time. So stop. It does not look good on anyone. But this is something I need to know. I got my nails done. They're so pretty. She did such a good job. I knew her when she was littler, but I was chatting with a gal today about being a social media influencer and how things have changed. And specifically about the comments, how people in 2020 and 2021, that's when I blew up. My videos would get 500,000 videos minimum, usually 1 million each. And I would get tens of thousands of comments on these videos when I was still the cool TikTok auntie who was waxing her face, and with every pull of the strips of wax, I would give 20-year-old me advice. I started things I wish I knew when I was 20. That flowered into different things. People wanted advice on different things. Things I wish I knew, Heartbreak Edition. Things I wish I knew, First Day of School Edition. Things I wish I knew, Domestic Violence Edition. All the things that, I wish I knew back then. Especially in the last one. I am here to tell you, I was one of the Facebook refugees that had left right during the pandemic. I could not handle Facebook. Thank you. I said good day. TikTok was the most beautiful, positive place in the world. It's where, we could dance. I couldn't dance much because I just had cancer in my trap removed, but I could do one heck of a left arm. Dun, 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 dun. And we could lip sync and just be ourselves. And for me personally, in 2021 and 2020, I was basically the only adult where I live in Elko that even had the app. So gloves off. I could just be me. I finally found a place that I could just be me. Because on Facebook, and I'm always an open book, Facebook, Instagram, I'm a realtor. We own 3 businesses. I'm a pillar of the community. So it was my fake book profile where I had to be a certain person. And I couldn't really 100% be myself. But I found that here, just like all of us. We all found it. We're all the OG TikTokers. We're the core foundation from TikTok, from when it all began. And we could truly be ourselves. And finally, I could tell the truth about my psychic abilities. Don't ask me for a reading. I denounced it in 2022 when I was born again. I could just be me, raw, real, bedhead, no eyebrows, like today, in my jammies, because we were all in our jammies. It was COVID. We were locked down. And this was our safe place. This was our happy place. And in those tens and tens and tens of thousands of comments that I would receive on every video for at least almost 2 years straight. No, 2020, 2021, till the end of 2022. That's a good run. All of my comments, unless you had like 1 or 2, but even then, they weren't. All of my comments were kind, caring, loving, and supportive. Anytime I opened up TikTok, I knew, and I was in the middle of battling cancer when I first started on TikTok. And I just had the internal decapitation a couple of years prior and the 7-level posterior anterior fusion in my neck. So I had had a pretty dark time in my life at that moment. I had just lost my entire left trap. And when I started on TikTok, I didn't really have any function in my left arm. I like to think the TikTok dances that I was able to do, which were many that involved hands, were physical therapy. So in a way, you guys helped me get my little wing fixed. Kind of. It's better. I'm a little T-Rex all day long. You wouldn't even know I have a problem with my left arm, but it's okay. It's better than the doctor said it would be, so I could always come on this app. I could open it crying and leave it laughing, smiling, warm, feeling secure and loved and happy. I loved it. We all loved it. And then some bastard, excuse me, sorry, got wind of it. They must have come from Facebook and they brought the whole crowd. Mad face. Mad face. Go back if you can't be nice. It's like my mom says, if you can't be kind, be quiet. No, that's no joke. Oh, I should have put that in my merch. We will. I will. Yes, I will. Because this is what we train for, people. Knees to chest. Knees to chest. What is wrong with you? And not you guys, because I know you're good. I'm talking to the bullies, the ones that came in and took over TikTok. What's wrong? What is so wrong with you that even those of us who have been on Facebook and lived that life and understand you gotta really fend for yourself and keep your guard up. We came here and it was beautiful. And even the most hateful, hurtful, or hurt people that would come onto this app, that need or that urge to bully total strangers somehow just disappeared. And it became a beautiful home where we were all family. All of us, millions of us. Why did you have to ruin it? Because whatever it is that's in your life that makes you so dark and so hurt and so hollow. No, I'm sorry, you're not hollow. You're filled with rage, insults, and ill-placed, hurtful comments to total strangers. I'm here to tell you, you really missed out. Because all of us have that in us. But TikTok, early TikTok, that was a place where even that inside of even all of us who were hurt, and so angry, and so locked down, boy, we would have exploded. For some reason, all of that bullying or need or urge to on TikTok, well, it just went away. So why didn't it for you? And why did you have to bring your friends? And why did you have to be incessantly hurtful, hateful, until it spread like wildfire? And the app was completely ruined. This used to be our happy place. This used to be my happy place. This used to be where I would come when I didn't want to deal with the world, with the pain, with the cancer, with the doctors, any of it. And most of all, the pandemic. And now I can barely stomach even scrolling through the app. And I barely even look at my comments anymore. And I'm not sure why TikTok had to put the reviewed comments in the very top, because I could really do without seeing those first, especially first thing in the morning. Not exactly the perfect way to start your day. Not a lot of sunshine in that section, yo. But why'd you have to do it? Why? You ruined a beautiful thing, a perfectly beautiful thing. Where victims and bullies alike put aside their differences and just became one. One family, one love, one TikTok. And I'm not certain we can ever get it back the way that it used to be. But I have to ask you this. This is genuinely my question, because I admit when I was younger, I wouldn't want to have caught eye contact with me. And again, it wasn't mean. It was like stand-up comedy, but roasting. It was like I was a roaster. I would catch eye contact with somebody and I would just roast them when we were stupid and partying. But there was never, not once an urge in my lifetime. Now remember, I'm 48, so there was no such thing as internet when I was 18 or 19 or 20. But there was no urge that I ever had when we were out walking around or even in a club or anywhere, Walmart, anywhere a stranger would be, that I would say, hold on, guys, hold on. You really are you're fat. You're stupid. Don't even come on here. You're old. I would never intentionally walk up to a total stranger and say hurtful comments that could actually be that last comment that pushes them over the edge. You don't know what somebody's battling with, but I would never in a million years approach a stranger, not that way. So why the hell do you think you can? No, really, why? Not even that you think you can, you actually make it such a practice. It's the only reason you're here on this app, to hurt people. And do you want to know why? Because if you don't, I can tell you at almost 50 years old, as somebody who used to be just like you, hurt people. I was not intentionally trying to hurt anybody. I had just been hurt so deeply in so many very horrific ways. I didn't want to let anyone ever hurt me again. It was my defense mechanism. I'll hurt you before you can hurt me. but I'll love you the entire time. And if that's it, none of us are here to hurt you.